beloved of my heart and soul, I have no refuge save thee. I raise no voice at dawn saving thy commemoration and praise. O thou beloved of my heart and soul, I have no refuge save thee. I raise no voice at dawn saving thy commemoration and praise. Thy love encompasseth me, and thy grace is perfect. My hope is in thee. O God, give me a new life at every instant, and bestow upon me the breaths of the Holy Spirit at every moment. O God, give me a new life at every instant, and bestow upon me the breaths of the Holy Spirit at every moment, in order that I may remain steadfast in thy love, attain unto great felicity, in order that I may remain steadfast in thy love, attain unto great felicity, that I may perceive the light, perceive the manifest light, and be in the state of utmost tranquility. Oh, perceive the light, perceive the manifest light, and be in the state of utmost tranquility and submissiveness. Verily thou art the giver, the forgiver, the compassionate. Verily thou art the giver, the forgiver, the compassionate. Verily thou art the giver, the forgiver, the compassionate. Verily thou art the giver, the forgiver, the compassionate. अग अंबे जगदंबे तू साऱ्या जगाची आई, पाप तारी विघ्नहारी साऱ्या मोशाची पालनकारी, आदिशक्ती आदिकाळी साऱ्या दैत्यांचा वधकारी, धनलक्ष्मी विद्याधारी साऱ्या भक्तांची माझी माऊली. माझ्या मौलीचा उदो, अंबा भवानी आईचा उदो, माझ्या माऊलीचा उदो, आई अंबे.
विराट का नजराना रियासत शिमाल मर्ग का नजराना
सब नगरन मा हर आंगन मा प्रेम है तुमरा हर हर मन मा. हिंदुस्तान जो धावाई दीवाने आम में तशरीफ ला रही हैं.
आपको यहाँ देखकर हमें बेहद खुशी हो रही है.
हमें आना ही पड़ा. आपने हमारा दिल जो जीत लिया.
जहां पना आज पहली बार आपकी प्रजा ने आपका प्यार और अपनापन महसूस किया है। और इसलिए आज ये आवाम गुस्ताखी की माफी चाहते हुए आपको नवाजना चाहती है अकबर के नाम से। जलालुद्दीन मोहम्मद अकबर।
हम इस तोहफे से बेहद खुश हैं। बशुक्रिया हम इसे कबूल करते हैं।
जलालुद्दीन मोहम्मद अकबर जिंदाबाद।
अकबर।
देता है हर दिल यही गवाही, दिल वाले हैं दिल इलाही, जाओ कहीं भी निकलो जिधर से, गलियों गलियों सोना बरसे।
बुंदेलखंड से सरदार गोविंद पंत बुंदेले।
Hear ye, this is Emperor Telkinese of Telkinese Sports Media. Shout out to the Telkinese boxing community, hashtag TDC. Hit the Cash App, Money Elijah Telkinese. You know where it's at. Like, comment, and subscribe, of course. We are definitely on the Reef format here. No troll edition. We're just bringing facts and logic. Of course, there has been some things in my life that has happened that has changed my perception of the YTBC, and there's also a whole lot of things going on in regards to my recovery from this injury. I'm sure that everything has been circulating off of TY's YouTube channel, and that info has spread throughout the YouTube boxing community itself. I understand that it may present a huge level of disappointment. It was a huge disappointment. It's not just that. I also have to deal with costochondritis, and something was kind of bothering me, and of course my shoulder was freezing up as well. And these right here are not excuses; they are explanations for what exactly went on. Boxing is a physically demanding sport, and sometimes shit happens, and that's all we can really say about that. Because I'm not gonna go out there torn to shreds. I understand not everybody is 100% going into a bout, but when you have specific issues like that, it's different. It's different. But I do understand that Julian Baltazar has a new opponent for Border Wars, which is understandable. I know his name is Jose Martin, and I know that this kid definitely has what it takes to defeat Julian, but I think Julian might be able to take him. It really depends on the styles mesh up. Of course, I know that over there at the TBV community or the Boxing Voice community, it's different. Yeah, so over there at the Boxing Voice community, it is a lot different. You know, there's people who I'm going back there, call me docs and all this other stuff. An injury is an injury. You know, if I could be there, I would be there already. You know, if injuries happen and it affects the way I make money, and the way I make money is how I support everything in life, I guess that's it's affecting me. You know what I mean? Certain things started affecting me. You know, especially with this costochondritis situation, it's like I have to think about my whole entire career, let alone in this fight. You know what I mean? Like, what do I need to do? What am I? You know what I mean? I'm already a busy person. I sacrifice a lot. I sacrifice a whole lot, more than what people realize, more than what some mad, crazy girl from the Phantom Zone and Mad Chads would ever say. You know, I really doubt that they would ever understand that. I really doubt they would understand that I pushed through injury. I pushed through a lot. So many people, they think that I'm a troll. They think that I am an idiot, a moron. But they're gonna see real soon, and they're gonna see right now that I'm not. You know, I'm everything but a moron. I would rather be speaking in the tone of voice that I am speaking right now. You know, I do not want to be yelling. I do not want to be trolling. But the YTBC, of course, it definitely brings it out. You know, because I understand that there's a lot of trolls on here, and you have to really destroy them on here. You know, these clowns, you know, who want to disrespect, who want to abuse their moderating powers, their ownership powers on panel, claiming it's free smoke. You know, like you can't do this. You can't do this. You don't change the name of the game. But now I have to definitely think about my boxing career. All that set aside, I had to definitely think about my boxing career. I have to think about more crucial things now. You know, my Achilles, thank God, it has it has had pretty quick progress in the past week, and it has definitely made progress. I should hopefully be back to things within after the weekend, perhaps maybe the weekend I'll test some more things out. I mean, I was trying some boxing drills, and yeah, things were working out. I was able to get rounds in, but if I don't feel like something is right, it's definitely not right because I know if I make one bad step, you know, that's everything right there. Because you got to realize if I injure myself in going into this fight, or injure myself in that fight, I got to think about how I work. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you have money saved up for everything, but when you're strict on how you work, you know, you have to really, really dig deep inside and say, hey, how much how much am I really going to put at risk here? Because if I put everything at risk to go up there like that, I risk injury, you know, job contracts, things of that nature. You guys don't realize that. So I shouldn't have to. Explain myself in that context. All right, let's see who's in the chat. How's it going, Canes? What's going on? I'm gonna drop the StreamYard down there in case if anybody wants to jump on. All right then. But again, I have retired from. I have really, literally, officially retired from trolling. The only way that I will troll is if somebody insults me or if they're looking at that shit. Ah, man, you're doing yeah, yeah. I'm doing all right, Canes. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You're just looking forward to this fight card this weekend, of course. There's one fight that I'd say that is more important than the main event, Canelo Alvarez versus Berlinga, and everybody knows who I'm talking about. William Scull versus Vladimir Shishkin is a fight that you guys know that I'm vocal about, and that's a fight that I look forward to more than the main event itself. So yeah, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, it's the injury update, from last week. I'm sure you guys heard off of the TY show about the border wars mishap. So, but good news, I did hear that my opponent at Border Wars did get a opponent name. His name, I'd just say, is Jose Martin. My opponent, of course, was Julian. Luckily, hopefully, Julian and Jose Martin decides to have a good fight on Saturday at Border Wars. I'm gonna be watching and seeing if Julian is a clown boxer who thinks he's slick off the back foot. He hasn't had one real fight in his life. All he does is go in there and play slap box for a little bit. So at his local boxing gym in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So I have to sit back and just relax, watch Border Wars, watch that Canelo card, and perhaps watch whatever the hell else is on. Because there's really a lot going on with with that injury and how everything is perceived. So that's the whole entire concept here. That is all the concept here. Veronica, how's it going? But yeah, we are going through a lot of. Well, we just have to overcome a lot of shit every day. All right, what's up, attorney? Interesting, interesting. Yeah, just being a great one. That's one thing, right? But you know, realizing realizing how to avoid further injury, that's a whole nother level of greatness. That's a a whole nother level of greatness because my shit was at the point, I make a couple more wrong steps and we're talking about a year recovery here. That's I'm not that stupid and I'm not ever going to make that mistake. We just have to push forward. Give it a few more weeks. We'll be right back at it again, and perhaps I might be back at it this weekend. Who knows? I might try to do some front flips or some crazy shit. Who knows? But we have to be happy that
Okay, okay. So now that we know that there's going to be some decent fights this weekend between, oh, rather it be on the Canelo card or Border Wars, you know, it is my personal mission to get my get back at this whole entire situation. I have a lot of haters out there. I have I have great followers here in the Telkinese boxing community. It's easy work cooking these clowns throughout the YouTube boxing community, and that's exactly the objective here. If you don't like going around and cooking those areas of low intellect, then it is what it is, bro. You just need to go and do it, bro. Spread the word that Tokenese is taking over, and all will be well. All will be well.
नमामि शमीशान निर्वाणरूपम् विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम् निजं निर्गुणं निर्विकल्पं निरीहम् चिदाकाशमाकाशवासं भजेऽहम् निराकारमोङ्कारमूलं तुरीयम् गिरा
All right. Back to it. Back to it. We're absolutely. We have the StreamYard link starred, so anybody want to hop on here, offer some suggestions, some sort of a comment they want to bring up throughout the boxing community, feel free. Or you could just add in the chat. Easy work. But we're definitely going to talk about the slickness and the perfection of William Scull. This weekend we've been waiting. We've been waiting a long time. But I really do think that William Scull has definitely been overlooked. He's been hated, for absolutely zero reason. People think because he doesn't come from some giant big promotion that he's a bum. because he's a 31-year-old that never had a title shot. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. All those hating clowns. But when you see a slick fighter like that, right? When he's hitting you like that, like my profile picture right here, and you can't hit him, you're fucked. I don't care how hard, and I don't care if he's not knocking you out in the first round. You're just gonna get a boxing lesson for 12 rounds. So, changing my avatar back to the normal phase, we're just going to talk normally here. Because no way in the world William Scull isn't going to win that fight on Saturday night. But we definitely will see what Canelo is made out of. Because he has he has this thing about him having mediocre performances. Very mediocre performances against below par opposition. The below par opposition was is part of the reason why I say Canelo is on the downward spiral right now, man. If you're going toe to toe against can crushers, you know what I mean? It's not gonna do you any good. Eventually one of these can crushers are going to catch you. And then, yeah, we don't need to elaborate from there. For Canelo, he just has to keep building and hopefully he just stops ducking. I know there's a reason. I mean, obviously, there's a reason why he's ducked Benavidez, Scull, and guys like that. But not only stylistically, but realistically, Canelo understands that styles make fights. And regardless of their previous level of opposition, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Because if he has that skill set to take out Canelo, I don't care if. There's obviously a reason Canelo didn't take that fight. He saw something there, and he saw that with the amount of the followers that each of these guys have, that it's definitely not worth it. It's financially not worth it. And if you use finances and what in these new tactics that these boxers use, is they use finances as an excuse not to fight somebody. Oh, he doesn't draw enough attention. Oh, he didn't even make 250K last year. Why does he deserve a fight with me? That's how I look at it. Because Canelo Alvarez, and it's not just him. It's business guys, like any boxer that uses business. Virtually, that's a huge percent of them, thanks to the Mayweather effect. But at the same time, a perfect boxer has it down tight, both as the athlete and as the businessman. Because if you're like your yang, it's like your yin and your yang. If you don't have it perfectly balanced, you're going to absolutely be torn apart by one or the other. Because I've seen boxers, they overtrain and they underperform, or they overtrain and underperform. That's exactly what happens. Their balance is out of effect, or you have boxers that focus too much on business and not enough in the ring. And I imagine we can name a gazillion guys out of that one. But we're not going to. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about how the sport of boxing gets out of that. But I mean, if you think it's Turkey Al Sheikh, you think he's the solution to all that, I have to say he has to really show us proof that he's not going to flip the table, and that he's not going to turn into Dana, or he's not going to have a relationship that compromises the fair play of what a sport should be. Like instead of we don't need him being friends with a top athlete, and he ends up bribing the local commission and bribing the local officials, and basically what we get in American combat sports, a bunch of bribery and shindiggery. And it's even worse over there in Saudi Arabia in regards to their racing, their horse racing. I know for a fact there's some crap going on. I know over there in their auto sports, things go on as well. They have had multiple reports sent to the International Sports Court in Europe, especially, and there's a lot going on now. There's a lot going on. I don't think they're ever going to get over that hump. But we definitely have to see how the Saudis project themselves from here onward, because we can't just have some clown show going on that turns into basically another form of Al Heyman. Except he's basically the Al Heyman of the Middle East. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to see that. I don't like. Yeah, he has a lot of money. He's putting up these big fights, but when it's certain big fights, he's not for it. Why is that? Because it seems to me like he's already been compromised. Why doesn't he want Canelo versus Benavidez? Why doesn't he want these bigger fights? If he was really about making big fights, why is he using the New York State Athletic Commission's excuse not to let them fight in Saudi Arabia? Yeah, like between Ryan Garcia and Devin the Dream Haney, or Ryan Garcia versus somebody else in Saudi Arabia. Why is that? Because really the violation, it doesn't necessarily overstep overstep national borders here. He could go and fight in Japan. He could go and fight in Panama. He could go and fight wherever, bro. Wherever that the Heenies can't stretch out to. That's where he can fight. So this is just how the sport of boxing is, man. It's you fuck me or I fuck you. In the business sense, bro. And go and fight in Japan, go and fight in bumfuck Egypt for all I care. But stay active, bro. Don't be one of those clowns that passes out from drinking and drugging all day, because that'll get you nowhere. But the funny thing about Ryan Garcia is he has so much muscle memory that I honestly think that he could get fucked up and still put up a good fight. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I mean, I'm to be honest with you, I'm surprised that he didn't get fucked up. Like he wasn't smoking marijuana on the way down to the ring. To be honest, like I'm surprised he didn't do a Snoop Dogg on us or something. Like for real. I mean, that would have been cool. I mean, I would have enjoyed that content. But the reality of the situation is Ryan Garcia. He knows what he has to do. So there's nothing that they can. There's nothing that they can do, bro. There's nothing they can do. I'm too slick for him. When it comes to my IQ over there at the Boxing Boys, but we're just bringing logic, man. We're just bringing logic. I'm just tired of. I'm tired of the shit over there. This is my boxing. That like why do I need to uh, be part of why do I need to create something stupid like the LDBC when I can make something myself? You know what I mean? So I can build this community here. And with your help, we can build it even more. And perhaps we can release some merchandise, some perks and things of that nature. We'll get people super wrenched. I'm thinking about super wrenching a few people, but we have to definitely talk about that down the road. But one person I think of super wrenching, I would have to say, is Keynes, but I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure I'm not for sure if his loyalty is compromised between Phantom and that. So until he can elaborate, I am unable to give him the super wrench here. Just for now. Until he can elaborate. Because if he goes over there and is like that, then your super wrench has to be earned. Alonzo, like respect Alonzo. As crazy as he may seem, that guy's worthy of a super wrench, bro. As long as you're not making crazy clips of me, then you're all right, bro. You're all right. But even then, as long as it's funny and worth listening to, then I really don't care. Because this is the YTV, and this is YouTube, so I'm sure people get clipped and made fun of all the time. But moving forward, no, I know Alonso isn't crazy. I said even though he may seem to be crazy, like how people perceive him on there. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Exactly, Veronica. Yeah, but when he went on the way he went on Rap Stars though, it still kills me. I can't get over the fact. Low energy. Well, drink some. I don't know. Drink some juice or something. I don't know. I'm the type of person I don't need coffee when I get up in the morning. Right? You guys think I'm on drugs or something, but I don't need. I'm 29 years old. I don't need any. I never needed any kind of warm up drink in the morning. I just wake up and I'm up. What are you talking about? Alonzo just got up. Alonzo just got up. Quit kidding. I've been up for 6.5 hours already. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean that shows you there. That shows you there. Well, having sleep deprivation is one thing, but some people sleep good off of lower amounts of sleep, and I'm one of those people. 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep. That's how much my body will allow me to get. It's like an alarm goes off, and I'm up. Sometimes 3 hours of sleep is all it is. Either. Yeah, but sleeping good is does sound good, by the way. But to those who really have sleeping issues or sleeping problems, you know, one thing I would recommend is yeah. So same for you, 4.5 hours. Yeah, 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, yeah. For me, that's like my that's like my all-time max. Like I just can't sleep anymore. Like there's some nights I just don't sleep. There's sometimes I go days without sleeping. But maybe some people are wired differently. I don't know. But the fact that I'm up all this time, no stimulants or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. I live in a house. I live in a house, by the way. It's just I'm not going to show everything, right? Like I'm not going to be complete dots, right? Nor am I going to do an episode of Cribs. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. When they piss you off, you bring facts, right, Alonzo? And and when they realize that you're talking facts, then they show up with some low dick energy. I mean, that's what I see going on over there. I mean, the problem is people can't handle the truth. That's what it is. They can't handle the truth. All these people on here, the majority of them are living some fake ass life. They're not being real with themselves. They want to convince everybody that they're a good guy, but in all reality, they're a fuckhead. I mean, that's the whole entire. That's how I see the majority of people on here. I say a good 80% of people on the YTBC is for shit. And out of those 80%, that are full of shit, I would say five to 10% of those guys. I wouldn't even say that. Like I shouldn't even go on the figures of breaking down those problems because we have so many different cliques, so many different groups. People with biased rhetoric, infuriating logic. The the YouTube boxing community needs a savior almost, but I've been kicking down the doors of the YTBC for a long time. And, that nobody seems to recognize, and I see what's going on here. I see what the magic formula is here. I see what the magic formula is. The magic formula is to pretend like I pretend like I'm going to speak professionally, and even though I have a biased rhetoric or biased way of thinking, and generate the most amount of views possible. I'm gonna kiss everyone's ass, X, Y, and Z. That's exactly what they want. That's 101. That's marketing 101. But even a little kid could see that coming from 100 miles away. Because it's not my problem that Julian Baltazar is fighting Jose Martin at Border Wars on Saturday. That's between the event organizers and Julian. I told Julian, you better make it to the other side because I'm going to kick your ass here in a few weeks. I told him that we're either going to set up a fight or I'm going up there to Fort Wayne to kick his ass. That's what I told him. In front of his own gym, by the way. Because I don't... This right here is just... This right here is just... the start of a very, very beautiful, no troll, no clownery. We're just bringing facts. And that's part of what I do. That is what I do. But now... Yeah, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to listen to a little bit of mantras. Just briefly. All right then. We are back. That mantra thing. I decided not to do the mantras because I realize that some people get all butthurt and start cringing. So, perhaps that's something audio trolling, as I call it. The reason why I play all this music, I think people don't realize, is that Mad Chad plays music for like an hour before saying a word. You know what I mean? So I play music for 15 minutes. People think it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? So if the stream's gonna be a million hours long, I don't see why 15 minutes is such a problem. That's how I see it. So continuing down the line here, Mad Chad, Phantom Zone, they just need to realize what the whole situation is. This is where it's at. I'm not messing around. We're coming with facts and logic. And if I'm provoked, I will return fire. And I promise you. This is Emperor Telkinese of Telkinese Sports Media. Signing out.
चमके सितारे देखो हमारे शत्रु तो सारे हारे जय हो हम वो सिपाही जो है सदा ही रूप शिवा का धारे जय हो हे आज अंधेरे छटे हैं कम हुए हैं घटे हैं कल जो दुश्मन यहाँ थे आज पीछे हटे हैं गाती ये धरती है, गाता ये अंबर है, गाती है सारी हवा। तेरे मन में शिवा, मेरे मन में शिवा, सांसों में शिवा, प्राणों में शिवा, हर घड़ी में शिवा, हर दिशा में शिवा, आज गूंजा हुआ है जय जय शिवा। तेरे मन में शिवा, मेरे मन में शिवा, सांसों में शिवा, प्राणों में शिवा, हर घड़ी में शिवा, हर दिशा में शिवा, आज गूंजा हुआ है जय जय शिवा। तेरे मन में शिवा।
मर्द मराठी मातीचा, छत्रपती सह्याद्रीचा, आठवे शिवाजी राजा आज वंदितो तुम्हा शिवराया, राहू दे कृपेची छाया, आठवे शिवाजी राजा आज
सारी दीवारें भी, सारी तलवारें भी तुमने दुश्मन की अब तोड़ दी है। आई थी आंधियां जिस दिशा से यहाँ उस दिशा मोड़ दी है।
पार उतरना ही था ये तो करना ही था, ये तो होना ही था, सुन ले भाऊ। उनको जाना ही था, हमको आना ही था, ये तो होना था भाऊ।
हाँ, देश भी आज अपना है, देश पे राज अपना है, अपना ही तो सिंहासन है, और जो है ताज अपना है। हिम्मत की अग्नि में लोहा पिघलता है, विश्वास हमको हुआ। तेरे मन में शिवा,
मेरे मन में शिवा,
सांसों में शिवा,
प्राणों में शिवा,
हर घड़ी में शिवा,
हर दिशा में शिवा,
आज गूंजा हुआ है जय जय शिवा। तेरे मन में शिवा, मेरे मन में शिवा,